Hello, this is Marian Pena coming to you from seemstobeso.com. This is the ninth month, September, that I am celebrating Electric Quilt's 25th anniversary with them, and I am bringing you a short and quick tutorial today. I want to talk to you about a little tip I do when I am just piecing blocks. Most of the time I can do things in my head mathematically, and I'm fine, and I can cut my blocks and they come out the way I want them. But when it comes to half square triangles, I go a little crazy. I can never remember that additional measurement you're supposed to add when you want to cut a half square triangle from a square. So sometimes Craftsy has a PDF available where you can download a chart that you need for the various sizes, which is free, but I always forget where I've put it. So I'm going to show you a little tip that if you own EQ, you can also use. And for me, opening EQ is as quick as opening an icon on my taskbar, because that's where I keep EQ. It's right on my system tray taskbar on Windows. So I just simply open the software, and this is how I get it done. What I can tell you about half square triangles is that most of them appear in blocks that are like a 9-patch or a 4-patch or whatever kind of patch. When you need a certain square size, you need to know the square size that you want and not the half square size, because that's what we're trying to determine. So I'm going to come up here to my library. So I'm going to go to block, which is the blocks library. I've come to 9 patches because a 9-patch has a lot of different types of blocks in it, and this technique is going to work for whatever size half square triangle or these triangles here as well. This trick will work. You just need to know what size your square is that it attaches to, and you will be fine. So what I do is I'm going to just pick out a half square triangle, a block with a half square triangle in it, and then I'm going to add it to my sketchbook. I'm going to close my window. I'm going to come over here to my sketchbook. I'm going to open it. I'm going to put this block on the table, and then I'm going to come up here to my print. I'm going to come down here to rotary cutting, and I'm going to tell it the size of the block I need. Now, I know I need a half square triangle that will fit a 2-inch square, and I'm not thinking about the seam allowances on that 2-inch square. I've cut all my squares at 2.5 inches, adding that seam allowance, but what I need is that finished size. So that's really important, and Electric Quilt is going to automatically add that seam allowance in for me, so I don't have to worry in that respect. So I know a 6-inch block will net me 2-inch squares, no matter what. Even the half square triangles will come out to a 2-inch square. So that's what I'm looking for. And so I'm going to set the block at a size of 6 inches. And then I'm going to select Preview. I don't need to print this out. I don't need to save the PJ7 file. I'm just trying to get a size. That's all I need. And so I've come here with the idea of what I need to cut for this half square triangle. And here it is. It's telling me. I'll go ahead and zoom this in so you can't see it on the video really well. You can see here it shows the half square triangle, and it tells me I need to cut 2 7/8 inch square blocks. And then once you cut your squares out of your strip, you can then cut down the point-to-point cut to get your squares, and that will attach to your 2.5-inch strip just fine with no issue. And when you're done stitching, you'll have your 2-inch squares. Ta-da! All done, and just that quick. It's a very easy, very quick way to determine what size you need and to make sure it's accurate as well. So that's just a really quick tip I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Maybe you'll put it to use someday. Have a great day, and we'll see you next month with a new lesson. Bye-bye for now.